Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back live, Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. My name is Grant. Sitting beside the Ghost at the moment. We got Scotch doubles happening all day here at the Leather Pocket. 1260 Fargo cap to create your team. That is the first break. We got James and Mike taking on Ozzy and Adam. And happy Family Day long weekend to everybody tuning in. We appreciate you. I will do my level best to keep you as entertained as I possibly can. Scotch doubles, certainly a different animal to try to take on. And of course, if you are just tuning in, help us out, hit that share button. So it is not restricted as far as male, female. It is open Scotch. The only restriction was the Fargo cap. Little bit outside, so it is still early morning, 11:30 here in Calgary. Tables again playing a little bit quick, but that is as per normal for a diamond table. I'm just going to get myself situated, make sure that everything is tickety-boo with YouTube as well. Does not look like YouTube is on at the moment. I will have to fix that. Doesn't look like my comments are loading either, unless y'all are silent. Very well could be. Some bigger announcements coming up here later on in the stream. Only left sound. Again, we'll get that fixed. Steve, we now have the technology, or at least Ben does. Ben knows what he's doing with that. As soon as he shows me, I'll know how to fix that as well. But let me see if I might be able to figure that out here. Okay, hopefully that has fixed it. Let me know. Also, let me know how my volume, guys. If I need to turn it up, down, let me know how my sound is. Perfect. Sometimes I guess right. So James just with a fairly easy follow-through shot on the 8-ball here, but again, got to hit the center of the pocket on these diamond tables. Volume is good too. Perfect. Appreciate the feedback, Steve. Might have overhit that a little bit, but Ozzy should have no problems pocketing that 9-ball into that right-hand side pocket. Just pocket weight, really auto shape on the 10 ball. Nicely done. Almost back to center table, which is ultimately where you want to play when you're playing rotation on a 9-foot table. Drawing first blood for Ozzy and Adam. It is a race to 5 today on the A side, 4 on the B side. I believe a total of 25 teams, 50 players in today, so we'll have coverage all day into the latter part of the evening. So this is Kevin Osborne, also known as Ozzy with the break. And I believe it is alternate break today. And might be able to shave just the right-hand side of that 1 ball. Come around a couple of rails, maybe hide behind the 5 ball, keeping the 1 tight up to that rail. This is Mike Robinson at the table. Does pull it out of there, trying to get behind the 9 ball. Does he get there? Left it wide open. Hopefully everybody's having a great long weekend in Canada. It is Family Day long weekend here. We decided to to come to the pool hall for our Family Day long weekend. The pool family does count. And this is Adam at the table. A little bit on the outside, just caught the outside edge of that pocket going in. Nice little draw across the table. Might have overhit that just a touch, but looking good. So I think with Mike, his options here fairly limited. He might be able to chop in off the rail, connect with the 6 ball to hold the cue ball. I can't quite tell with the angle he's got. He is a little close to the rail for that. So might have to try and go back and forth here and shoot the gap between the 5 and 6. We'll see how he plays it though. It is a little bit of a steep angle. Even with a pocket weight shot, cue ball I think is going to end past that. I believe it's the 5 ball sitting in the center of the table. So he does go back and forth. Does he get the window? Looking pretty good. Really nicely done. And really not a lot for James to do here either. Pot the 3 ball, let the cue ball go back and forth across the table. 4 sitting in the jaws of the pocket on the right-hand side. That bottom right-hand corner giving James all kinds of trouble. Kind of think if I had to be a betting man, Ozzy might play this off the 6 into that 4 ball. Kind of shortens up the cut angle on the 3 ball. and also sits that 3 potentially in front of that side pocket. I am wrong. Looking like he's playing safe here. Nicely done. Well executed. Although I think Mike does have the rail first, just behind that 8 ball. For the hit, could go to the left side of the table here as well. Just before that left-hand side pocket, a little bit of right-hand spin on that cue ball. Oh, YouTube is on. Very good. Holy, just missed it. What's going on, Vinny? Tuning in on YouTube. I didn't think I got it up, but I did indeed. Oh, perfect. That'll work. Thank you. Yeah, they're over there. Ozzy and Adam looking good, with exception to the 6 to the 7 here. Left that a little bit straight. Not sure if Ozzy can kind of cheat the pocket just a touch in order to get an angle. Hit that with some right-hand spin, draw. Goes forward with right, that'll work as well. And perfect will work. Really not a lot to do here. Don't draw to the corner pocket though. We'll see if Ozzy has mastered this bottom right-hand corner. Seems to be giving everybody some trouble. Not sure if he's quite horn hooked there. He got down in that pretty quick, so I'd have to say not. Inadvertently plays the two-way, gets away with it. Fairly easy hit for James here. Looks like he's going to go rail first, kick, and put the 8 to that side pocket. Wow. Very well done. Can't tell if Mike can see the outside edge of that 9 ball. He is taking his time. If it's thin enough, he might be able to cut that with some left-hand spin and hold the cue ball if he can see enough of the 9. Plays the safe instead. Puts some distance in between the cue ball, 9 ball. Really good shot. Containing safety. See if I can give you an idea of the distance between the tables. Somebody has bumped our camera. Let me see if I can straighten this thing out a little bit for you. And I think that's going to lay up fairly nice there for James. So James Hornby with a Fargo rate of 579. His partner Mike Robinson with a Fargo of 676 for a total of 1255. So they came in, I believe, 5 points under the cap. Not sure which way he's looking. He could cut this back to the bottom left-hand corner. I believe that's what he's attempting to do. Could cut that to the middle left-hand or bank it across to the middle right. That was going to be the problem. That top right-hand corner for the cue ball, which I'm sure was in his mind. So this will give a fairly big duck for Ozzy. Wipes its feet, but in it goes nonetheless. Taking a 2-0 lead. And we'll give a shout out to one of our sponsors here at Q Sports Live. It is Jam Up Apparel. BCA is coming up right away, so if you are looking to get some team shirts done, I believe today is the final day to get them in, where we can guarantee that you'll get them before Vegas. After that, it may happen, it may not. You can check them out, jamupapparel.com. So James at the table with the break. Directly into that side pocket. So Ozzy with the choice on the 1 ball, ball in hand, can set up probably to the 3/4 mark down the table here for the 2 ball. Pretty near that. Nice little stun draw shot from Adam to set Ozzy back up on the 3 ball. Very well done. Leaves Ozzy a little bit straight, but shouldn't be an issue given the 4 ball sitting up in that top left-hand corner. As he kind of throws his head back, that is not where he wanted to leave his Scotch partner. Hampered a little bit on the bridge by the 10 ball. And I think if I was Adam, I'm just making the 4 ball. Not going to worry too much about shape. Just a hit and a stick. I think that'll work out perhaps a little bit better than trying to force shape. Yeah, just like that. And really not a lot here for Aussie to do. Make the 5-ball, cue ball off the right-hand side rail, back across the left-hand side of the table for the 6. However, you must complete the first part of that equation first. And I believe with that little bump with the 5 and the 8, that 5-ball will cut past. Very well done. Cue ball comes back across. Mike says, never mind. You take it. You deal with it. Nice little shot there. Might be a little bit short. That angle going to that left-hand side pocket, Aussie may have to take that 6 to the bottom left. Kind of lay up on that top left-hand side rail. Could draw down to the bottom right-hand side of the table, just like this. Put the 7 in the same pocket as the 6. A little bit short of pace. Does have the option on the 10. Carom off the 7, make the 10 ball. Nice effort. That might stick nice behind that 8-ball. Just a touch hard. But really nothing for James to do here. Make the 7, natural shape to the 8. Well done. Nice little angle there for Mike to be able to draw just over to the center of the table. Put that 10 ball down to the bottom right-hand corner. Anywhere from the center over to that left side is perfect. Don't want to force too much. Typically that's where your object ball will rattle into that corner pocket. Completely smooth strokes that. I'll give you the angle here on what James is looking at to make that 10 ball. That left side pocket may come into play depending on how he hits it. Very well done. James and Mike on the board. And we have partnered up with Predator and have a bigger announcement coming out, I believe, by the end of this week. So we will follow suit once Predator makes their announcement. We'll follow suit either, depending on when it drops, we'll either announce right behind them or we'll wait until Monday of the following week. But really, really good things, some big things happening. So just watch for Predator to make their announcement. Adam at the table with the break. 9 ball's looking good. Cue ball gets a little kicked, but Aussie seems to be good in on the 1 ball. Although it does look like that angle's going to take him in behind that 6. So even with the draw, now I could be wrong. He might have less of an angle than what I see. Yeah, in behind the 6, trying to shape out the 2 ball. And a really, really nice layout here for James and Mike. Nothing to do here. Maybe a touch of draw. Same type of shot here. Touch draw. Nice little stun off that right side rail. Position on the 3 ball. I think this is your game-winning shot. You need to be able to angle out on the 3 to get shape on the 5 ball. Look out. Wow, how well does he hit that? I don't believe that 7's in the way. I think he's full in on it. So again, nice little draw down that right-hand, bottom right-hand side, or bottom left-hand, I guess, of the of that table. Perhaps under hit just a touch. Nicely done. Needs a bump on that 6, and he gets it. So you may see Mike play this 6 ball to shape the 7 into that right-hand side pocket. Just on top of where that 10 is. Just like that. Really nothing for James to do here. Make the 7 into the right side, come off that top rail, back up table. Does want to leave just a little bit of angle on the 8 ball. Oh, gets a little fancy with it. Gets a nice little jelly rub. But does give Mike that ultimate angle that is required on the 8 ball. And same type of thing, really not a lot to do here. Very well done, nicely executed. Leaves James pretty good. To the heart of the pocket it goes. And I can't tell if my comments are loading. It doesn't appear like they are. And you're more than welcome, Bill and Aurora. Not sure when you posted that comment, but for some reason, I'm going to actually change this. So if I go from let's try. Let's try this instead. Let's try something like this instead. So hopefully our comments will load up. Tough on that. I believe he's on the 2 ball there, bottom right-hand side. All right, I think I've got our comments and everything all figured out. So if you do have any questions, feel free to ask away. I will do everything I can to get you the right answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll make up a good one. Tough shot for James here. Oh, look at that. Makes the 10. Like it had eyes. Like it had eyes. That was a great shot. Nicely done on the combo. Got some music going in the background that I think I might need to get rid of. It is perhaps a little loud. I don't know whether you guys can hear that or not, but I'm fairly certain those Facebook algorithms will certainly pick that up. Nice break from Adam there. Very well done. Sits Ozzy on that 1 ball. A little bit tough here. Might see Ozzy play safe here. Could also try to bank that 1 ball, but I like the safety. So does Ozzy. Very well done. So Adam and Ozzy, Fargo rate Adam Smith is a 570. Ozzy is a 687 for a combination total of 1257. 3 points under the Fargo cap. A really nice shot. I don't know whether he's got the window between the 10-ball, 3-ball. Go off that left side rail. I don't know whether this angle gives us any better idea, but the hit between the 3-10, or sorry, the 10-3 off that side rail with some right-hand spin on the cue ball. Let's see if he can connect with the 1 ball. Went the other way instead. So it'll be Adam at the table. Really nothing to do here. Make the one forward on the cue ball. Sit himself on the, oh my goodness. Does he get away with it? I'm fairly sure he has. It'll leave a kick shot for Mike off that right-hand side rail. Back, make the one ball. Question is, does the two ball pass the three to the bottom left-hand side? Look at this. Does the 4 get in the way? I think that 10 ball helped out a little bit. A nice pocket weight shot here for James. Nothing to do. Make the 2. Auto shape for the 3. Bob on YouTube wants to know if we are streaming all day. We are indeed. I believe there's either 25 or 26 teams, so a total of either 50 or 52 players. Race to 5 on the A side, 4 on the B side. So we will probably be well into evening, maybe even, late night, depending on how quick these matches get completed. I myself, I probably won't be around until then, but we'll have somebody here to keep you informed. Yep, no worries, Bob. Appreciate you tuning in. And on my Facebook, if you guys can help me out, hit that share button. I would appreciate that. Feel free to ask away on any questions, whether that's Facebook or YouTube. I do have both chats going. James and Mike looking good to get onto the hill here. Nicely done. Might be a little bit steep, but I think that gives James the option to pop that 7 ball to the right-hand side pocket. Come down 2 rails off that end rail, left side rail, and go back up for the 8 into the same pocket. Looks like he's taking this long. Perfect shot. And I believe Mike does have the angle on the 8. He could either draw this for the 9 down to the bottom left, or just kind of pop it over and put the 9 to the left-hand side pocket. Does try to pop it. Kind of left James here in Never Never Land, the 50-yard line. Really nicely done there from James. Hit that about as good as you could. A little bit harder might have been ideal, coming farther down to the bottom left-hand side of the table, but this shouldn't present too much of a problem here for Mike. Just a little outside. That's going to lay up really nice for either Ozzy or Adam to take us into a tie ball game. Looks like it is Ozzy. Oh my goodness. Wow. A very rare miss from that position from Ozzy. This will leave James, same type of shot, fairly easy in on the 8 or on the 10 here. Ultimate punishment. Albino down the subway, ultimate punishment. That will give Adam ball in hand on the 10. I don't think he's missing this one. Indeed. We have a tie ball game. 3 apiece, racing to 5. And we'll give a shout out to Jacoby Custom Cues. It's been a minute since we've had them on our stream. So it is the home of the Jacoby Black. They're also your award winners for 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 16 for your People's Choice Cue of the Year. If you are looking to get your hands on a Jacoby Black, we do have a connection we can help you out with. Just send us a message to the Q Sports Live page, or you can send us an email, qsportslive@gmail.com. Could also message sales at qsportslive.com. And looking like a dry break. Does have a shot on the 1, or a hit on the 1. Can't really say it's much of a shot. Even the safety's a little bit tough. Maybe you send the 1 straight up to the end rail, back down table, and put the cue ball. I think that's what he was attempting to do. Put the cue ball behind the 5-8. So we'll see if this 1 ball splits between the 4-3, or if he's got to back cut that, or do this instead and just play safety. So Adam at the table looking like a kick off that left side rail. See if I can get you a better perspective. 1 definitely passes that 6 ball. A little too much check. Could see that cue ball bend. I think without the check, he hits the 1. However, that'll bring James to the table. He gets ball in hand, pretty much a hit and a stick on the 1 ball. Play that 2 ball into the right-hand side pocket. Unless he's looking at the 210. No. Are they really looking at that 210? This table lays fairly easy. Really, the hard shot here is the 4 to the 5, the 5 to the 6. A little bit of back and forth, but it's not terrible. You could almost set that 10 up if you take the 2 to the side and brush into that 10. set the 4-10 combo, make it a little bit easier, and you're auto in on the 3. Mike says, no, I'm going to take it right now. No sense in wasting time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was the right play. I don't know if I would have played it that way, but this is why I sit on this side of the camera. Looks like maybe I get a guest commentator sitting in with me. Looking forward to it. He's no stranger to the mic, let me tell you. Help us welcome Mr. Rob Dayton. How are you, Robbie?
Good, my friend. Done our first match.
And?
Played
Results
decent.
are good?
Yep, got our 5-2.
Attaboy. Very nice. We're deadlocked. 3 apiece here in a race to 5.
I figured this match would go as that.
Yes, go the distance.
I really like this format with the Fargo rate.
Yeah.
So you can go strong, and weak.
Yep.
Or you can go middle.
Yep.
And you know what, Kyle and I played the last one, and our Fargo was probably 100 points below, 100 and some points below, and we still came fourth because of chemistry.
Yeah. Chemistry is so
huge.
important.
You can be, Fargo isn't everything.
Yep. Yeah, chemistry is a very, very important an important part of Scotch doubles. I typically don't play a lot of Scotch doubles.
Yep.
Right. I don't know, for whatever reason, it just does not. It's just not one of the games I play.
Yeah, one of the things that got me hooked on it is being a weaker player and playing with stronger people and watching their patterns. And
gotcha.
Kyle and I used to start like both of us. He so much better, but I would pod balls. Yeah. And he'd get you back into shape, pod balls. And we took some guys down that we had no business taking down. And but then you start learning, okay, and I see why they're doing this. It's quite a unique game.
It is.
And I do get your side, too. It's either take it or leave it, because it's one of those things, if you're not that personality, you're not that, it's not going to work.
Yep. And it's certainly not that I haven't tried. I've had my kick at it, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't resonate with me.
Yep.
Nonetheless, these guys are they're battling it out.
Yeah. It's amazing with 10-ball,
Nice
9-ball,
effort.
you have such an open table.
Yeah.
But with 10-ball, you always get a cluster, like the 6 to the 10
Yeah,
right
you do.
now.
Yeah.
Couple of games, like out of this goes hill, there'll probably be 30 situations where you take a different shot or slow play it just because there's nothing.
Yeah.
And it makes the game so unique, and
it is
why the pros wanted that game.
Correct.
In the first place.
Correct. Well, we could go down a really controversial path right there, because that was a really good segue into the difference of what Matchroom is doing and what Predator is doing, and the difference in the two games.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I'm more of a fan of the 10-ball being a pro game, but that's my personal opinion, right?
You know what? I agree. I love what both Matchroom and Predator are doing, but it's two different games. And
totally.
And if you're a soccer advocate, you can watch soccer for 90 minutes and be like, wow, and you can see the little strategic plays that play along with it.
Yeah.
And then there's people that enjoy watching something that's fast and loose and tables being run, and that's all good and fun and games. But when you play a ton, you enjoy the safeties, the mental battle of the game.
Well, and it really, I guess, it depends on the strategy behind what it is you're attempting to do. So it's not that I don't understand what Matchroom is trying to do and so on and so forth. Potentially, I think 9-ball has a little bit of excitement with the different type of combinations and things that can happen in 9-ball that typically you don't see in 10-ball, because 10-ball is more of a call pocket without the flukes involved. But when you get down to the nitty-gritty of what game is best suited for the pro play.
Exactly.
that's 10 ball in my opinion.
Yep, and I agree 100%. You're talking to somebody that'll watch one pocket for 10 hours straight just because I enjoy the strategy of it. So it's 10 ball definitely to me. It's still a rotation game.
Yeah.
Still goes fast.
Yep.
But there is ducking and weaving. And,
there's strategy.
And they're still running when you know, guys are still going to put 4 up. You watch Shane and Filler.
Well, I watched
Shane playing Arcolo, and they're putting 4, 5, 10 together. No
I
problem
watched,
in 10 ball shot.
Right? 3 or 4 years ago, whenever it was, it came up on YouTube when Ketchy was playing Pagulayan and ran an 8-pack.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Alex lost the lag, and that's it. Never shot again.
Yep. Exactly.
Right? And so it can happen in 10 ball.
100%.
Right now, what Predator has done with their format is taken that format and added a little bit of a twist to add and create that excitement.
You know what? And I do like that.
The shootout.
The 2 races to 4 with the shootout too.
Yeah.
Like again, it's just started out. I haven't really got to follow it a ton.
Yep.
But when you play that level and it's a short race, that gets the ticker going. I don't care what level you play, right?
You
like
gotta
your
show
break,
up to
your break,
play.
your break is everything.
That's it.
And it's
That's
something,
it.
right?
Yeah, you gotta show up to play, and it doesn't matter who you are, whether you're, Federgorst or Shane or
it
doesn't matter.
You could be just coming into the Pro Tour or a top amateur.
Yes.
And go to that format, and if their break's not on, you're in business.
You're
right?
there.
And it does add excitement for sure.
Yep.
And that shootout thing, it's a long time coming.
Oh man, I'll tell you.
It's one of those things when hockey came out with the shootout, and everyone's like, "Oh, you'll never see that in playoffs," but it does add that element of excitement.
Yeah. Well, and you look at Jesus and Nayuki Oi when I recorded that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That thing was, I've never seen a room almost completely stop to watch. Even the players on the stream table were saying, hey, can we take a break to go watch this?
Yeah.
Right?
That says something right there.
It was amazing to kind of be a part of.
So we got James and Mike taking a 4-3 lead.
Yes.
Again,
Look at this. I fell asleep at the wheel.
6-10 does, being that tight, does fall into play there.
This is what I get for talking.
We're both talkers.
Exactly.
We're both talkers.
Exactly. Usually I have been here to balance
keep
my
going.
talking
and
keep track of score, but he's obviously playing, so.
It's nice to see a pool room that's full again, too.
Yeah, you know what? It's a good thing. You know, we've been open for a while with the ability to come in and play pool. We only really kind of lost out on a few months of not being able to play. We were certainly one of the lucky sides of that coin.
Yeah, because you guys started before in July last year. I remember my first tournament coming back was early July last year.
Yep. Well, and even through the pandemic, we were doing those CSL after dark.
You and I had great match.
Oh, that was so fun, man.
There.
And we got to do that again.
I would love that, man.
Yeah.
I always love playing above my level and seeing what I can do.
That was a ton of fun, and you know, you're just that you're one of the guys that I don't mind gambling with because there's no hard feelings. It's not it's not the typical money match. It's not right. There's a lot of people that I won't gamble with, and I typically don't gamble. There's very few that I will gamble with.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, that adds a whole different element to the game, the gambling, and
it sure does.
And getting in those situations and somebody getting rubbed the wrong way or things that wouldn't bother somebody normally start bothering someone. It's a tough one.
Well, listen, you're playing great.
So far, yeah. I've been gearing up for BCA, and I'm proud of where I've had a ton of people in my basement way above my pay grade. And I've been holding my own. I've been doing
That's
okay,
good.
And it's you know, it's
well, I mean, listen, you put that 7-foot diamond in the house.
Oh, that helps. And then people are like, "Oh, I want to come over." All of a sudden, you got friends.
Right.
It's
they tend to come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really definitely helped. And you know, with boxing for a number of years, and then putting in time. When you have a fight coming up, you put in the time.
That's
it. And it's when I've been to Vegas probably 12 times now, and 2 years ago coming third, I was like, oh, okay. I taught myself, I'm going to take this serious. I learned how to try to win.
Absolutely.
So it's not just going down there to
Well, and I think a
drinking,
lot of that
party. I
is your
literally
mental
want
state,
to,
right?
I have a family now. I have this,
Yeah,
and
yep.
it's just the time. I got a patient. This is that when the kid goes to bed, I get to go for 3-4 hours and wake up dog tired for work. But it's
That's for the love of the game, right?
it is. You know what? Absolutely.
Nice shot there from Mike.
It is.
Might have left it there, but Ozzy's going to be a little hampered by this 8-ball.
Yeah. And it's also, even without the 8-ball there, coming back to the 3, it's going to be a little tough.
Yeah, he's kind of
What
on
do
that
you leave
wrong
here? 'Cause
angle.
or
I
you
think
try
you
to
just kind of
carry
draw
him the
underneath
10
that.
maybe?
I think I just draw underneath the 9-ball.
Yeah.
Right? If you can draw to that left side rail, or you just be Aussie.
You do Aussie.
right?
I experienced this Saturday at my house.
Yeah.
Sunday, Saturday at my house.
Yeah, that guy can make shots from anywhere on the table. It's amazing.
I don't know if he's going to thin this and try to miss the side pocket. If he does, he puts himself in a decent shot with the 5.
Yeah, you
But I don't know if he runs
almost,
into the 6 here. It's hard to tell by the angle. Yeah, you might want to actually go past the 6
Yeah,
if you can.
if possible. I don't know whether this view gives us any better look. I don't think so.
And that's another thing about 10-ball is if there isn't anything there, I find anyway, it's a lot easier to pull a safety out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There are some shots, though, that make a safety pretty difficult.
Yep.
Right, depending on the layout of the table.
But a safety to you and I is different than say safety to Catchy and Shane, right? Like it's you can leave a long rail to rail, and there's percentages. It's you'd be a decent player and still have a thin cut, and that's not your shot kind of thing. And maybe a ton of these people.
Well, and you've got to play to your ability and what your percentage
exactly,
is. Right?
Absolutely. And I don't have a 9-foot. I don't play a ton of 9-foot, so I'm always off by just on the wrong. Josh Roberts said it best watching one puck. He's always getting to the right side of the ball, getting to the right side of the ball. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Start always getting to the right side of the ball is make sure your shape on the right side to make shape on the next ball. And it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But if you're not playing 9-foot all the time, it's very tough to do. You can pot. I mean, anybody can pot. 7 feet, 9 feet, doesn't matter. Yeah. The difference is getting to those spots.
Correct. Right? Yeah. And I've always found that's kind of where I'm at with a 9-foot. I can certainly pot a ball, but it's that, draw a full table or full length, right? And playing that ultimate position, I find extremely difficult. Wow, another great attempt here from Mike. Unfortunately, I think that's going to sit up for Kevin.
Yeah, there's definitely opportunity here. It's one of those shots you go for it.
Yeah,
your team
100%.
likes going for it because there's nothing.
100%. Nice little touch draw over. Yeah, perfect. Nothing for Adam to do here but make the 6.
Just pot the 6.
That's it. Because I think he's got that angle that just carries himself or the cue ball perfect to sit on that 7-ball.
And something I always do, though, that really messes me. In fact, it happened in our match over there, one shot where instead of stroking the ball and just coming off the rail and out and punching it almost, that slow roll, it can get you sometimes. Like, here's a shot where you're like, okay, I just got to slow roll it up. And that's fine. Yep. But you are playing with fire. You're playing with fire,
flirting,
right?
For sure.
You can definitely, everything has to stay
well, and
still.
That's kind of
shot by Adam.
Yeah, really well done. He's on the right side of the 7 for Ozzy to shape the 8. He's got choice. He can draw on this just straight over to the left side or up and down, whatever he prefers. Right, but that's where I get into trouble, right? Because I developed that little shake in my arm. If I try to slow roll, depending on
very tough,
right? Yes. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Right, I can feel that I'm hitting the cue ball right, but then my arm tremors.
Yep.
And there goes
that.
I
walked away from the table so many times. I was, why not just stroke it the same? Because you get in your head, I just got to do this. Walk around the table.
Yeah,
I'm guaranteed if you tell yourself, okay, I just got to throw it, come off the rail here, with the speed you're used to hitting a ball with, you're going to make that shot 80-90% of the time.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, we could go hill with the deposit of the 10-ball here.
Yep. Good start. Good start for the stream.
Yeah, really good start.
There are some great teams in here. You got Kelly Leland and Vino playing Joe and Jesse Farhat. I mean, that's going to be a tough one.
They're going to battle that
Kelly
out.
And Vino playing tough, Jackson and Kyle, who's usually my sparring partner, playing Tony and Sean.
Yeah.
And Tony
There's
plays
so
amazing
many
night,
good
but there's
players.
there's
Take some of
definitely-
the underdogs, right? You look
Yeah.
at a Norm and a Johnny Andrew.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Chemistry.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's funny
Another
how-
good team is Jeremiah Hampton and Martin
Downey. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. How do you
Right.
argue with that?
Yeah.
I kind of got Kyle and I always play together, and
Yeah.
Jackson actually messaged me. He's like, "You mind if I steal Kyle for this tournament?" And I showed him a text. I took a screenshot of the text. I had Kyle just talk to Kyle about 45 minutes out of the blue. Just talked to him 45 minutes before. Okay, we're in for this tournament. And like, no, you don't get him. And he's like, well, you can play with Russ, and you'd be this. So I messaged Russ. I'm like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, sure, man. And you know, it's funny because Kyle at first like, well, chemistry and this or that. I'm like, you know what? You and Jackson both break huge.
Oh.
You both are great for players. Like that to me is
Yeah.
a front-running team.
Yeah.
And I would like to personally, not too many chances I'm going to play with Russ Whittle. We're not 9-foot players per se, but just watching the patterns and seeing how it would be with the chemistry. And I'm a
Yeah.
fast player. He's a slow player. For me,
Very,
it's not
very methodical.
always. Are we going to go deeper with this? But I actually can sit there and be like, I learn how
Of
can I adjust to
course.
slow playing? How can I adjust to it?
Yeah.
It does. You know,
Yeah.
it's learning. It's still.
Well, and I've played
still
with
learning.
Russ now for, gosh, it must be 4, maybe 5 years that I've played with Russ in the Leather Pocket League, and the stuff that you can learn from that guy.
Like you take the time and you wonder why it takes them. It takes that much time to be that good.
Yeah.
On a
Well, and he's got just such a smooth, silky stroke. It's
I
gross.
watched him jam himself up I don't know how many times and just come up with something. And it's not even like easy. When you say jam himself up, it's just that he's not perfect on it.
Yes.
But he still comes up and gets shape on the next ball like it's nothing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
my
and
gosh.
I've seen him do things. He gets out on stuff that
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't be able to get out.
The thought process is way different, and that's what that
Yeah.
next level
Yes,
is.
100%. I would agree with you.
I guess I'm getting called.
Okay, buddy. Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good luck to Robbie in that match. Might catch up. Not only catch up, I didn't even see the cue ball. Cue ball scratching that right-hand side pocket. So a golden opportunity here for Ozzy and Adam. Ball in hand. 7 balls on the table to clinch the match. That sounded like a little bit of a miscue there. Ozzy's kind of looking at the tip of his cue going, what the heck was that? Just based on that sound. So it does leave some distance on this shot for Adam. But really, again, if it's straight on, nothing to do. Hit and stick. Oh, great shot. Very well done. Extremely well done. Nice little slow roll in there from Ozzy. Same type of shot here for Kevin. Just roll the 6 up to that top left-hand corner. Cue ball follows through for the 8 down to the bottom right-hand corner. Could hit and stick, maybe even a touch draw for the 8 to the right side if he prefers. Indeed. Nice little follow-through shot here for Ozzy. Does want to leave a little bit of angle here. Sitting perfect. Nothing to do here. Make the 9 ball. Auto shape on that 10 ball. The fate of the match sitting in Kevin Osborne's hands. If he pots the 10, they win the match. Oh no! It looked like his arm chickened out a little bit. Kind of had the wiggle. Mike Robinson looking to steal this away. 10 ball bottom left-hand corner. And she drops a steal of a match by Mr. Mike Robinson. So James and Mike moving forward. Ozzy and Adam not out. They run over to the B side. We appreciate you tuning in, everybody. Don't go far. We'll be back. Another match locked, loaded, ready to go. Congratulations again to James and Mike moving on. We will be back live with another match ready to rock and roll. Don't go far.